What's the FIRE movement?
It's a group of people that have figured out you don't need to work until you're 68 to retire.
What?
And then spend your least physically able years sitting around not being able to do anything.
Well, that sounds nice.
You can retire earlier. What does it actually stand for, though?
It stands for Financial Independence Retire Early.
Like, how do you even know if you get to FIRE?
It just means that you're able to live off your investments. So the amount of money that your investments return is more than enough for you to meet your expenses to live.
And then you never have to work again.
Yay!
And this all started with Jacob Fisker, who wrote Early Retirement Extreme, and then it expanded to the 3 biggest bloggers in the space, Mr. Money Mustache, J.L. Collins and the Mad Fientist, who spread the word that you're able to retire in your 30s.
Blows your mind.
It does blow your mind. The community started to expand even faster with the podcast like Choose FI. Millennial Revolution told us we can travel around the world and spend even less money. But like, what even is the FIRE movement based on?
Well, there's a few guiding principles. One of them is the 4% guideline, which explains how much money you actually need to accumulate or how much investments you need to accumulate to be able to retire.
And I wrote an article on that, which is how much do you need to retire. So you can just check the link below, click on that, and you can work out there is an actual number that you can aim for to get to that you know you're retired. We passed that about 3 years ago when I was 40 and Katie beat me by 5 years.
I was 35.
The second principle of the whole FIRE movement is the investments are based on simple indexed funds. You don't need to be a genius to use this.
That's quite good.
Yes. So you can invest in a simple Vanguard index fund. J.L. Collins in The Simple Path of Wealth talks about VTSAX, but we believe in more of a global index fund. But it's simple investing principles.
And the third main principle is to keep your spending in check so that each time you have a pay rise at work, you don't just keep spending, you are able to use that money and invest it and buy assets and get to financial independence.
One of the biggest misconceptions in this whole FIRE movement is about the retire early. Everyone thinks, oh, I don't want to do that. I quite like my job, so I don't want to retire. I don't want to just sit on the beach for the rest of my life. And well, I'd have to say, sitting on a beach is fun, but for about a week.
A week?
2 days?
2 days.
Maybe 2 hours. But what financial independence is really about is about having the freedom to do exactly what you want to do. Not having to commute to the office, not having to go to work every day. You get to live your life on your own terms.
And what that means for us is the freedom to travel, the freedom to experience the world, the freedom to make these videos for you to help you with your finances. Just freedom to do what we want, when we want, and not have to worry about earning money.
We've been living in the beach in Mexico, we've been hanging out in Bogota, we've been spending with our time in America with our friends. We travel around the world and enjoy life. And financial independence, or the FIRE movement, is really about having the freedom to live life on your own terms.